Ministry podcast, where three of the OKS youth ministers talk about youth ministry. Today, I am joined by Jeremy Crow.
Hi.
And not Michael Deese, because we are still at Lads to Leaders, and Michael's group does not go to the Nashville convention. So we are here in Nashville at our booth recording live audio conversations with some people that we find in and about Lads to Leaders. I'm sure you've already heard our first one, and now we're going to continue recording them. But today we have another very special guest.
The one.
The only.
Steven Dewitt.
Dewitt.
That is it.
Not DeWalt.
Not
DeWitt.
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 But are you a DeWalt fan, or?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I'm too.
that's fair.
I'm a DeWalt only kind of guy.
I feel you.
So Steven is, let me make sure I say this right, the admissions representative for Crowley's Ridge College in Paragould, Arkansas.
That is correct. That is great. And all that means is I am a fancy word for a recruiter.
Yes, that's a good way to say it. So we got to meet Steven at Revival in Columbia at Graymere just a few, probably a month and a half ago.
About that.
And got to spend some time together, hung out, learned a lot about him, learned a lot about Crowley's Ridge. Actually, by talking to him, got in touch with one of the students there that we've interviewed and hired to be a summer intern with us from Crowley's Ridge. So we're looking forward to that.
And it's funny, I ran into him in Panama. So shout out Noah.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
what
Noah.
A guy.
Noah.
What a guy.
And then I have another intern too.
Yeah.
That I think is coming tomorrow to visit. My other intern. So that's gonna be great.
And who is that? What's her name?
We don't really say that on the podcast.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No. But Noah also is going to be my intern. So
yeah. Noah will be there for the summer.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, Noah is a fantastic individual.
This would be the
guy.
Fourth episode we've mentioned Noah and not mentioned her.
Oh, I love it.
And she's the only one that listens to the podcast. Noah does not.
Start off hot.
Well, is today the day, Hunter? Do I say it?
No, tomorrow. Let's get her on tomorrow.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, guest interview. Perfect. All right. So Steven, what I want to do first is ask you what your personal relationship with Crowley's Ridge has been, and what, I guess, how you came to be in the role that you're in.
Okay, so my background is that, growing up in Lake City, Arkansas, right outside, probably 30 minutes away from CRC in Paragould, is I was brought forth the information about CRC through a couple of gentlemen. One of them named Michael Meredith. And then the other one is Joseph Simmons, and actually Joseph should be here somewhere around here today.
He's actually sitting in a parking lot called I-65.
Then we know where,
and has been for a while.
We know where he's at then. But so I was introduced to CRC from them. Obviously, I grew up in the church, and so it's kind of a fit for me. I went there, played. Obviously, it also allowed me to play college baseball and basketball. So. CRC sits a special place in my heart.
What did you like playing better, baseball or basketball?
I was probably better at baseball at the time, but basketball's always been a passion of mine.
So now we have a question that goes on in the podcast.
Right.
When is the last time that you have played a game of gotcha with your peers?
When you say gotcha, you know what we mean? Like when two balls, people are shooting, one's trying to get the other one in front of them out.
Oh, knockout.
Okay, knockout.
Knockout.
Yeah.
Knockout,
When's the last time you've played that with a group of your peers?
We called it cutthroat at my elementary school.
Yeah, so last time I played that was, it's been a while, but actually on Monday when I get back, we have our faculty versus senior basketball game.
Oh, fantastic.
That is awesome.
Yes, that will be amazing.
So do you hire based on the faculty's skill at basketball?
Oh, I don't know. That may be going forward. It may have to be.
Yeah, that's going to really hurt my standings.
Yeah, I don't foresee Hunter working at Crowley's Ridge ever if that's
not for basketball.
Now, at one time,
bad.
I will say at one time, Hunter was the stud pitcher of the state of Georgia.
Oh, wow. Really?
Like on a direct path to the MLB.
Man.
Long time ago.
We'll have to hear that story later.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. You went there as a student. Now you're involved in admissions. Why does Christian education matter so much to you? What's been your experience with it?
So with my experience, I went to CRC whenever we were just a JUCO. And so obviously I had to transfer out in order to finish up a bachelor's degree. I tried Arkansas State. And it just didn't fit me. Just the size and not the community atmosphere that I was used to, like we have at CRC. But that didn't work out. But that's where I think Christian education comes into play, and I think more so now more than ever. I think it's I hate to say it, but we're seeing what's happening with the quote unquote state schools, and just Christian education plays a big part into, and it can play a big part into like your future,
yes,
and stuff like that.
So for you, and we've talked about this before. I think you described Crowley's Ridge as being a smaller school. When we think about some of the bigger church-affiliated schools, but we would identify kind of like Heritage is a smaller. Heritage is only Bible major.
It's that's the only major that they offer.
What kind of majors does Crowley's Ridge offer?
So right now we've got 13 different majors, and it is anywhere from of course Bible majors, sports management, business, education is a real big one with early education and physical education / coaching.
Okay.
Those are probably our biggest ones right now. Some arts and sciences. We do some articulation agreements actually with Freed and Harding. So
cool.
Kids that are looking to get into those programs, that CRC is a great fit for you because you join the program through them, but at our school. So not only are you saving money, but you're also it's less competitive to get into that particular degree plan, so to speak.
That's what I like about a lot of these Christian colleges is a lot of them work together. And everybody looks at them, it's like, oh, it's Freed and Faulkner and Harding and Heritage and Crowley's Ridge. It's like, no, it's God's. It's God's people.
Right. And I think a lot of it is too is it's work, not only working together because we're all, even though we are kind of separate, as we say in the church Christ community, separate and apart, but we are kind of together working to try to see what's a best fit for these students.
Yeah. So with Crowley's Ridge, I think it's interesting that you have sports teams being that small. What all sports are they involved with?
Yeah, so athletics right now we make up 80% of our student population are athletes. So with our enrollment, our total enrollment right now is 261.
Okay.
But really our full-time enrollment is probably around the 170, 180 range. And so 80% of those kids are athletes. So then we're NAIA, just like Freed, just like York, just like Faulkner. So our sports are volleyball, both basketballs, both golf, both cross country, and then baseball, softball. And I will let you know, like our volleyball team, we just joined the American Midwest Conference.
Okay.
And so this is our first year. So our volleyball team made the playoffs. Our men's basketball team made the playoffs. We were one basket. We got beat basically on a buzzer beater at homecoming. If we would have won that game, we would have been a 4th seed and hosted. But instead, we got beat.
Man, I know,
cool. Dude, it was heartbreaker.
Awesome.
It was heartbreaker.
It was
really
heartbreaker.
Cool. But we unfortunately lost that game. Got a 6th seed and had to travel to Columbia. But I mean, hey, our athletic program is growing. Our volleyball team, I'm telling you what, if those of you listening, you better jump on that bandwagon now for CRC volleyball. Coach Carol Brotman has done a fantastic job. It gives me goosebumps talking about what all she's done this year. It's going to be fantastic.
That's cool. So tell me this, given that it is a smaller school, you've got all these things offered. What with your students, obviously if they play a sport, they're looking at that sport, but what really do you sell students on about Crowley's Ridge? Like about the environment, about the experience there? What do you sell?
This sounds cliche, but I don't sell anything. CRC kind of sells itself because we, or at least I understand that we're a great fit for certain kids, and we're not, because if you're looking for a college with a larger student body or that has all these kind of bells and whistles, then maybe Harding or Freed or Faulkner, maybe that is your choice. But what makes CRC great is that our close-knit community, right? And so with us being small school, our student to teacher ratio is 11-to-1. Our average class size is 14-15, but really our average class is about 10 or less. Because whenever you're getting down to your upper classes and stuff like that, you're going to be 10 or less, and then some of them are even 4.
It's a very intimate and individual experience.
Right. Our classes, we cap out at 25, so
that's cool.
So no more than 25 kids per class.
Well, that's a very unique experience, and I'd say a lot about that with Heritage, with my experience there. It's that one-on-one mentorship that you have, and that opportunity, and that leads to a lot more growth for that individual person. But it also really caters to maybe some of the kids that aren't as well academically, that might need a little bit more attention in the classroom.
100%.
Or you're not the professors are not leaving some of these students behind like they would in a big class.
Right. Exactly. Because with me in admissions, I see kids that need a 504 help with that, or they need help with an IEP or something like that, And so our faculty and staff is really, really great about helping these kids and make sure that they're successful, right? I mean, not only are they putting them in a spot to be successful, but they're making sure that they're doing what the student needs to do as well,
So let me move us away from CRC for just a second here. Is this your first Lads Leaders experience?
This is fantastic. This is my first year in admissions, so everything is brand new to me.
Sure.
Because growing up in Lake City, my brother and I, we were the youth group. So we didn't do stuff like this. So
you went to the largest youth convention that you could
exactly.
with this Lads Leaders.
Yeah, what, 10,000 people I heard or something like that here? Yeah. This is fantastic.
And we have hit max for this week. But let me ask you this too. You said it's your first year in as admissions counselors, and I just want to say you're killing it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we met you 2 months ago at Revival, and you really got to know like our area youth ministers with Sam and Jennifer, myself, Jeremy, and Michael, and like we all really hit it off. And like I've really pushed CRC to a handful of my kids. I feel like that'd be a really good fit for them.
You really have.
So really, what's your approach to some of this? Because I'm going to tell you what you're really good at here in a second. But like, what's your approach to trying to make connections with these kids or make the connections with the churches? Because I see you everywhere. You've been busy.
Yeah,
what are you doing? What are you trying to do?
I literally try to get out and about anywhere and everywhere I can to spread the word about CRC. Like whether it's talking to a youth of 4 or 5 kids, that I've done at churches, or it's talking to, like Wednesday night I was at a church and there was 50-something kids there. Yeah. Just anything and everything I can do to promote this school, because I want kids to experience the same great times that I had at CRC.
Absolutely.
And so that's
what it is.
That's what's driving me. Yeah. It's a love for the school and seeing it grow. Just so kids can experience the same thing.
Well, it's your passion behind it.
Right.
I mean, you truly love that school, and you're here to get people to see that same love that you have. And it's authenticity. You're very authentic about the way that you approach things.
I appreciate that. I really do. Because I really try. Like I've seen people that are quote unquote salesmen, and they're fake and whatever. Like, you can tell, but
kids can suss that out, man. Like
100%.
Like talking about youth ministry,
they can suss.
Kids can absolutely have this like sixth sense for when someone's not, or someone's disingenuous, or someone's being fake, or fronting with you or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I love that, because that's so much of what youth ministry is. Like I tell teachers and deacons and stuff all the time when they fill in, I say, man, like I know you don't think that you're good at this, but the kids really don't care if you're the most eloquent speaker in the world. They want someone who's genuine and going to share their faith and express their love for Christ to them. So,
yeah, exactly. I mean, and I've seen that, and talking to kids, like, and they'll be honest with you too. Like, you can tell body language. I mean, body language will tell you a lot. So,
yeah. Well, listen, we are going to wrap it up, man, with you. I appreciate you all you do, and thanks for taking the time for us. We got a lot of guys coming up and getting a sticker, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
Love it. Get the word out. Hey, and I want to say this too. Like, thank you, Hunter, about the compliments and everything. But I want to, like, coming to Revival was fantastic. Like, it was very, and I would love to see that thing grow as well.
Yeah, that was our first time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
that was, or at least mine and Jeremy. That was our first time. We had JD on the podcast, and he really pushed it, and he invited us to. Yeah. And we're like, well, we need to go, and we loved it. We had a great time.
I mean, y'all
so
need
for
to go
all the listeners, all the listeners that are out there, youth ministers, parents, even if you're a kid listening and you're looking at a college experience, check out Crowley's Ridge. That's also an option. Any Christian school is a great school.
That's right.
So and take a look into that.
And also, like, kind of the last plug for CRC is that, if cost is an issue, not only are we one of the most affordable colleges around, we are the most affordable private Christian college around. So,
for sure.
Definitely check us out. Scholarships available, all of that. But also, and lastly, for you two guys, like I'll say this, like this may be the OKS Youth Ministry podcast, but you two guys are some of the best dudes I've ever met in my life, and I mean that wholeheartedly. Like, you guys have been fantastic the way you've kept in contact. So yeah, if there's ever a time, anything y'all need from me, CRC related or not, y'all let me know.
We appreciate that. We're going to try our best to get you out to Maywood Christian Camp for our week.
Yep.
Let you hang out with us for a little bit longer as well. Stephen, we just want to thank you so much for coming on here and talking about Crowley's Ridge. For our listeners, we hope that your ministry is blessed.
crc.edu. Go Pioneers.
Thanks for joining us today in the important conversation of youth ministry. Go and follow us on Instagram and check out oksyouthministry.com for more information about our upcoming episodes. We'll be dropping a new episode every Wednesday morning, and we look forward to talking with you again next week. And hey, it's okay to be the OKS Youth Minister around, but let's all strive to be just a little bit better.